Gustang has been trolled, and I'm gonna tell you why right after we run through the chapter. So Gustang finally gets the book. I mean, finally, with Richmond delivering it, but this man Richmond disappears. Since when could Gustang create life? We for sure are coming back to this, but let's continue with Richmond dissolving like he's the Wicked Witch. Happy Halloween, by the way. But Gustang ain't waste no time going in to start reading the book, and bro, the book is empty. Like, why, CU, why? Why? Controversial take, but this might be bad. We've gone through so much of this book, and not only is Gustang salty, but I'm salty. Do you guys agree with this decision? It is interesting as there's a line in the book that says, the contents of the book has been passed on to the one who has the right to know the truth. Are you telling me that past Gustang wrote this book for future Baam, knowing that future Gustang would try to read it? I mean, look at the next sentence. No matter how hard I try to cleanse myself of it, I will be covered with the sin of ignorance as a sinner who has changed history. You already know we gotta cover this at the end. But this is next level trolling. I've never seen somebody get trolled from their past self. But the book does tell us something, meaning that the 13 of us are all sinners. Then look at Gustang's face. Guys, if you ever wanted to know what somebody salty looks like, this is what it looks like. And to make matters worse, Gustang not accepting this because he sends Dumas to go capture Baam immediately. So for all of you guys who are wondering who Baam's main enemy was gonna be this season, Dumas is here. So we move on to Traums and he discovers what it is. The stars, and this allows him to escape the labyrinth. So you know what this confirms, right guys? You know what this confirms. Rachel's mother is in fact Icarus, because this was literally what Rachel stated her dream was, and she has inherited her mother's dream. But that's not all that happened here. As Traum goes to leave the maze, a ghostly figure appears and says that you failed to remember me. When we see the figure, there's clearly a horn sticking out of their head, but guys, I have a huge theory on who this person may be, so make sure you stick around. And so we move on to Baam's crew, where we continue the conversation between Tiara, Lobanon, and Baam. And Tiara confirms some information that we've wondered about for a while now, which is how the revolutionaries have gotten to Pobidu, and it appears that Gustang allowed them to be in the family. And Tiara's explanation goes on to explain her character a little bit more, where she's very like Lobanon, where she's loyal to her father, chooses to still follow his orders while simultaneously maintaining what she believes to be a benefit to the family. I knew I liked her. Find out that the submarine is damaged and that the teams have to split. And Gururu comes up with a new ship and lies to everybody, saying that he doesn't have enough space for everybody, where he clearly does. So I guess we can assume that Gururu is definitely going to lead Baam somewhere he doesn't want to be. And then we get the final group is Andrasi, Rek, Tiara, and Gururu. So Kun being left out means that he's traveling with Lobanon, as well as Cha, who mentions that he has history with the Lobopia family, so he doesn't mind going with Lobanon. This is very cool because we might get some more Hidden Grove lore during the time of Genesis. And we get a small scene moving forward where we find Lustlek's ship traveling, and he's traveling right into the third fleet of the Pobidu, where we come across high ranker Raing. And Lustlek orders this warrior who hasn't been named destroy the fleet so his ship can pass. So we can probably expect guns blazing next chapter, and that's how we end. So first off, let's talk about the fact that Gustang can make life. Guys, this is exactly what I was talking about in the last review when I said that if you give Baam the pen and a regular, he can do irregular level shit. And as you can see, Richmond was made from text, meaning that probably a pen or some type of pen was used. And you guys thought when I said that Baam could copy himself that it was far-fetched. Now obviously that particularly won't happen. However, creating life is next level shit. Though this isn't the first time we've seen it. It's been mentioned before that Enryu was so skilled with Shinsu that he could create life. But for me, this widens the gap between family heads and Towerborn. Being able to create people is just crazy level stuff. So are all Arc Librarians created from Gustang? Y'all let me know. Now, Gustang being trolled by his past self is hilarious. Imagine knowing yourself so well that you write yourself a future text saying that this is exactly what you're gonna do. But this all stems back from what the 13 Warriors did. We've had this discussion many times, but it's clearly been so bad that Gustang made plans to stop himself in case he tried to go learn the truth. And might I add to the comments now. Who are you guys taking, Baam or Dumas? I don't know. If Baam using the pen, I'm giving it to Baam. So I already covered it a little bit, being that we now know that it's the stars. I think the theory that's been going around that thie is Rachel's father and that Icarus is Rachel's mother is going on strong. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, as I think about it, as I go forward, the relationship between Baam and Rachel, we already said, was brotherly and sisterly. But there was also hints at Baam possibly being in a romantic love with her. And that always felt weird, and I feel even more weird about it now, even though it's a great plot device to use in their relationship. But as we know, Rachel is just purely jealous of Baam, and given that we know who her mother actually lived the same life. If Icarus is Rachel's mother, she inherited an old jealous trait where Icarus would have been jealous of Arlene because thie loved Arlene, and Rachel jealous of Baam because Baam has power, and possibly that her father never acknowledged her. And to continue forward with Traums scene, so the ghostly figure, I'm gonna tell you guys, I think this is Lusleg's god. Now, this ghostly figure mentions that we'll meet again, saying that Traum failed to remember this person. The living god that Lusleg must be serving is insane, meaning that they can't use their brain, they don't have consciousness, or they could be soulless. As we saw from this ghost, that ghost clearly had some type of soul or some type of essence that it could manifest itself. But the living god, whoever it is, if it's one of the 13 warriors, there's something wrong with it cannot openly present itself. And being that it said that we'll meet soon, I have to assume that it's whoever Lusleg is serving. Now the last thing is, who is Gururu taking Baam to? This has been made pretty clear this chapter. So, Tiara lets us know that Gustang openly let the revolutionaries join the family. So if that's the case, the group chat must contain Gustang in it. So I'm going to assume that Gururu was texting Gustang because Gustang is currently in need of Baam immediately. And if Gururu texts the chat, making threats, then it's pretty obvious that Gururu is probably going to take Baam to a place where Dumas will meet him and we'll probably have a fight there. And this is going to be an interesting fight because it's going to be Tiara and probably Baam versus Dumas, given that Rack and Andrasi and Gururu most likely won't help. So it's very possible that Baam will go all out in this fight and may start losing, and Tiara may teach him how to use the pen as they fight. So very exciting stuff coming up even before the chess match. But here go my predictions. I think that Traum returns to the mothership, gathering whatever branches he has left to travel with him to the chess match. We get to see the results of whatever Belier is planning with the branches, whether he's capturing them or killing them, we don't know. We get to see Lusleg's warrior finally get a name and see him absolutely run through the Pobidu's forces. This is going to be interesting because if Lusleg has somebody like that at his disposal, this person is probably a top 50 in the tower. And I also think that we get the Wookiee song reveal, being that whether it's Urek or Ryuk, we might get a Ryuk reveal, and that's hype. So this chapter, 8 out of 10. It could have been a 9, but I do believe that the splitting of the forces part with Baam, Lobadan, and Tiara took a little bit longer than it should have. But anyway, I will see you guys Thursday, 1 p.m. per usual, where we will discuss everything. And as always, cheers to a good week.